I built my life on discipline without even knowing it. My OCD nature led me to trying things and sticking to them until I was proficient with so many things: basketball, playing the guitar, surfing, marketing, business, and so much more. I was so interested in these things that I went all in, and I had no problem sticking to them. I just I was so curious that I had to know, and I loved it. Then I got chronic fatigue and I had to apply my discipline to things that weren't so exciting to me, things I didn't want to do. But because I had done that work in the past, I knew what discipline was like. I knew the result that I wanted at the end, and it was worth it for me to put that effort in. So that allowed me to not worry so much about being motivated for it, but I would just do the things that I needed to do in order to get to the destination that I really, really wanted. And you can do that as well. Now, if you want to optimize your life without wasting time, grab your free life map below where I'll teach you how to design, build, and live your ideal lifestyle. And my brother used to get really mad at me because I was good at everything. Now, I wouldn't say that I'm good at everything, but in his mind, I was good at everything because no matter what I tried, I seemed to be able to do it at a pretty good level. Even going and helping him out doing some roofing work. And he's like, "You're the best person who's ever come and helped me with doing any of this guttering work, whatever." He does re-gutters on houses and stuff like that. I'm like, "I don't know, show me how to do something and I'll just do it exactly the way that you showed me how to do it, because apparently that's the way you do it." So he would get mad at me for these things. But then as he got a little bit older, he learned that the only reason that I was good at these things is because I started it and then I spent the time practicing it. He had noticed that that was the only thing that I did. And now guess what? He's exactly the same thing. He's good at everything because he can go and, "Oh, I want to do this thing. I'm going to spend the time doing this thing, and then I get proficient at doing this thing." It's just a discipline thing. Now, he got this discipline because he saw that all I needed to do was do this thing and I get the result. And there's a reward at the end of it for having the discipline. There's nothing wrong with starting something and sucking at it to start with. And that allows you to go, "All right, cool, no worries. I'm interested in this. I'm not good at it, but because of that, I'm going to work a little bit harder." Or I'm just going to keep on turning up. Because turning up consistently, that's all what discipline is about. Just keep showing up. Whether you like it or not, whether it's working or not, eventually it's going to click. You just have to do the work. It's like being at the gym lifting weights. You just got to do the reps. You want to run a marathon, you got to start by taking a single step. All right? Fast forward to today, and I'm so disciplined. I'm more disciplined with things than ever. I'm disciplined with things that I want to do. I'm disciplined with things that I don't want to do. And you can do the same thing. Here's how. So first, I recommend you keep a checklist or have an accountability partner. Wow. To keep you accountable. Now, a checklist is great because that's something that you can look back on and be able to track the progress and see where you've been and where you are right now. A checklist is something that I do for a minute before I go to bed every night. I've been doing that for 3 years now, and it's been absolutely incredible for me being able to track my progress, see where I'm going, and keep myself on track towards the goals that I have across all areas of my life. So if you don't want to do the checklist version, that's fine. If you do, you can grab it with my 28-day life map program. Just click on the link, you can join the program, and there's a checklist in there that you can get started on. In fact, I'll even show you how to make that work within the program. If you don't like that idea, an accountability partner. Simple, right? You want to go to the gym, you don't want to do it alone, you find a training partner, you guys go, you drag each other along. Simple. You want to train for a marathon, it's a lot of work, and you're probably not so motivated, you go join a running group. Now everybody else is watching you. You want to do a triathlon, go and join a triathlon club so they can support you. You want to learn another language, go to a class where you're working with a bunch of other people so they can support you. Or you can even use an app which might have an inbuilt tracking thing in there to show you how many times you've shown up, or text you to say, "Hey, you haven't done your work today, come and show up." Doesn't matter what it is. Just find out what you can do to find that accountability. Doesn't matter which way it is. Just find some accountability and you're more likely to show up. Because all you got to do is do the work. Show up, do the work. Show up, do the work. Number 2, don't beat yourself up for not getting it 100%. Because nobody scores 100%. Perfection is an absolute dream, and it can just basically get you stuck. Some people will be, okay, so I'm talking from a former perfectionist. If I didn't get it absolutely perfect, I would beat myself up over it. I would expect 100% on everything. I would get angry at myself for not getting it perfect. I would angry at not getting it right. But a lot of the time, if you are chasing things from a perfectionist point of view, you're more likely to give up and just not do it because you can't get it perfect. If your standard is perfect and perfect is impossible, you're never going to be able to reach that. So what if your standard is 80 or 90%? You keep showing up 80 or 90% of the time. You're going to get the result that you want. The 80-20 rule, that's what that's all about. It's just, you just got to keep showing up and do the work, but don't worry about getting it perfect. I actually find that I like on the days when I don't do something because it shows that I'm going easy on myself. I've got some self-compassion that I don't have to be perfect, that I don't have to get it right all the time. Now that's a massive leap from where I was 10 years ago. It's a massive leap from where I was 20 years ago. So if you are a perfectionist, I want you to let go of perfectionism because perfectionism and discipline don't go so well together. It's just way too hard. Number 3, if you want to start something new, start the easiest thing first. Now, I might say, let's say that you wanted to start learning how to play the guitar. I started learning to play the guitar when I was 15. Now, the first song that I learnt was Nothing Else Matters, the intro to that Metallica song. Is that the easiest thing for me to learn? Probably not. But it was the thing that I wanted to learn first. So because it was what I really wanted to learn, that was enough for me to go, yeah, cool, I'm going to do that. That's what I'm going to focus on. That's my motivation for it. Now, sometimes the easiest thing might be learning to play Come As You Are by Nirvana, which is like 3 different notes maybe. It's really easy. But if that's not going to get you committed to doing what you're going to do, find something that is. So for me, like I said, Nothing Else Matters. It might be a bit of a complex piece, but at the same time, it's easy because I'm emotionally involved. I really want that result. So if you can start with whatever the easiest thing is, that's going to make it work for you. Let's say that you want to run in a fun run. It's a 12K run. You haven't done any running for a while. Your habit might just be to go for a walk 3 days a week. And it might only be going for a walk 5 minutes. Doesn't matter. You're starting the habit. You're starting that step of discipline. As you do that, then you might be able to add a little bit of jogging in there in between. Maybe you go and walk for a minute and you run for 10 meters, 15 meters, 20 meters, 100 meters, whatever it is. Go back to walking. Maybe you start adding days a week. Maybe you're running a little bit longer. Maybe you're running 5 different intervals within that walk. Maybe one of those days you try and run the entire time. Maybe you just try and run around the block and it only takes you a minute or 2. Not a problem. It's just these steps that you are slowly building on. But start with the easiest thing. And the easiest one is literally just put shoes on and go for a walk. A walk, you don't even have to put running shoes on. You could put like slides, sandals, or whatever. That's the easiest thing because all you got to do is get out the door. Hell, you don't even have to put shoes on if you don't want to. Whatever the easiest thing is to get you started, that's the thing that's going to get you going and get you momentum. When you have the momentum, you create wins. When you create wins, you have confidence. When you have confidence, you're more likely to continue with things. So choose that easiest thing and get started with that. Next, if you want to complete something, schedule that time in as a high priority. Now, It might be first thing in the morning. It might be middle of the day. But it really needs to be in your sweet spot, somewhere that is a non-negotiable, somewhere that time is not going to disappear. Now, I am a morning person, so getting up and doing things early in the morning is easiest for me. I do my best work in the morning. I like to train in the morning. I do my meditations first thing in the morning. I have a morning routine that's set up that is based on what works best for me in my life. And because I know what works best for me and I prioritize that, I get the things done that are most important to me. Because I do the things that are most important to me, I get the reward or the result at the end of it. So schedule it into your diary and then stick to it. Guard that time. Don't let anyone take it away from you. Because if someone tries to take your time away from you, then you're never going to be able to get it done. So how can you create time? Do you need to get up earlier? Or do you need to just stop doing something else so that you can focus on this new thing that you want to do? Whatever it is, make sure that it is in your diary, it is in your schedule. If you have to set alarms to make sure you get there and do that, great. If you have to set multiple alarms, one to kind of get you to a point of, hey, you're supposed to be doing this thing in the next 15 minutes, and two, now is the time for you to get started with it. Whatever it is, whatever system you need, you figure it out what it takes for you to get to do it. But it's up to you. You've got to schedule it, then you've got to show up. Last thing, make sure you reward yourself for the efforts. If you can reward yourself for the work that you put in, you're far more likely to keep going and trying these things, to challenge yourself in the future. Now, I bought these shirts purely for performing video. Now, yes, I like them, but I bought these for the color, the texture, whatever. I'm comfortable in this. I like to wear these things on a regular basis, but mostly this is for me doing the video so I can present myself in the way that I feel most comfortable, the way that I feel is enough to be able to express who I am and what I do. Now, that's a reward for me doing the work of getting started with this video stuff. I want to make it better and better and better. I'm always trying to better myself. So if I can improve the quality of the video, that includes doing whatever I need to. Do I need to upgrade my lighting, my audio, my video? Do I need to upgrade my background? Do I need to upgrade the thumbnail? Whatever it is. Whatever it takes, I'm going to do the work. And I'm going to reward myself for this. So one of my challenges this year was to do 100 videos in 100 days, posted on YouTube every single day from the start of January through to the middle of April or whenever it's going to be. I'm going to give myself a great reward at the end of that. I don't know what it is, but I'm going to reward myself because I know that that's doing something difficult. And when you can celebrate that you have done something difficult, like, great, I've done that thing. It was good. I bought myself a gold watch when I sold my first business. It was my retirement gift. Every time I put that watch on, it reminds me of how much effort I put in to building that business in the first place. It reminds me that I have that value and I have the confidence and the skills, the knowledge, that gusto to actually do the work and do something hard. And now I've got a reward that every time I see it reminds me of all of those things. So make sure you reward yourself for putting the effort in. It doesn't have to be big, it doesn't have to be small, it's just whatever it feels right at the time. It's just something to say, hey, I did this thing. So think about discipline as a muscle that needs to be trained. It needs to get stronger, and the only way you can do that is to keep practicing that skill over and over and over. You practice it, you practice it, you practice it. Doesn't have to be perfect, all you got to do is show up. Do that work. Discipline builds discipline. Unless you are doing the discipline, you're not going to get more discipline. The more discipline you practice, the easier discipline gets, the better it's going to be for you. So the other side of it is the more disciplined you are, the more freedom you get. Because, like I said, for me, I'm getting all of my important stuff done at the start of the day. That means at the end of the day, I can stop and relax, completely stress-free because I've done the important things. I can completely relax. There's nothing in the back of my mind nagging me saying, hey, you should have done this. You should have done that. You were supposed to do that thing. You needed to do that and you didn't do it. Why didn't you do it? Why don't you go and do it now? It's not there. I've got that discipline and I continue to work with the discipline, and you can too. Doesn't take a huge amount of effort, but you can get there. In fact, we do a lot of discipline work within the Life Map program. So if you want to build your discipline up and really get yourself to a creative space where you start to do the things that you want to do on a regular basis, and you feel like you're gaining momentum into your life, jump into the Life Map program, click the link below, and I'll see you on the inside.